My wonderful honey.
Hello, baby.
Hello, honey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Okay, honey.
Yes.
Let's help people and their relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Many women, when looking for a partner
Mm-hmm.
to relate with or hopefully to marry,
Mm-hmm.
usually will look for the unavailable man.
The unavailable man.
Yeah.
You're looking for the unavailable man so that he can be available for you to marry.
I know it's contradictory.
Okay, carry on, carry on.
Yes, so there are all this, maybe there are people who are actually interested in her,
Yes.
but she doesn't respond as much.
Uh-huh.
But there's this one very difficult person to get,
Uh-huh.
and she just can't seem to get him off her mind.
The arrogant one.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
one who gives her a hard time, who won't respond to her messages. And there's even advice that men should not respond too quickly to ladies' messages.
Oh yeah, that if you want to get a woman's attention, don't respond quickly. You sound as if you're desperate.
Precisely.
Uh-huh.
So, does it work in the long term? Does that kind of a relationship work?
Honey, you've asked a very significant question. This thing is affecting so many relationships and marriages too.
Yes.
But let's go back to the original book. We have a standard for life.
Yeah.
This marriage thing didn't happen by itself. It is God who came up with it in the book of Genesis, when he created male and female. And then when he said that it's not good for a man to be alone, in the book of Genesis 2 verse 8, later he mentions the very same thing in Ephesians. Now, the reason women tend, not all, some women tend to go for the unavailable man, the man that's difficult to pin down, the one that's arrogant and proud, the one that does not respond to your messages, the one that ignores you.
Yes.
It's because a lot of these women have come from abusive backgrounds. Their fathers were never available. In fact, some don't have fathers at all.
Yeah.
For that reason, if you're available, you become repulsive to them. You are put off. It's like too much sugar in tea. You're too much in their space. They're used to the man who is unavailable. They hate it, but that's how they're wired. So they need to be transformed. Their minds need to be renewed to recognize the fact that God himself said it's not good for a man to be alone. The man should be with the woman. I'll make for him a helpmate suitable for him. Not a helpmate that is remote, but a helpmate that's suitable for him together. That's why he created Adam and Eve and caused them to stay in the same garden. God didn't place Adam in a certain planet and Eve in another planet. He put them together. Okay? Which is why later he says, whatever God has put together, let no man put asunder. So the person who wants the relationship to be asunder is the person who's approaching it through a distortion. A distorted view of the responsibility of a man, a distorted view of the presence of a man, a distorted view of love and its communication. And then these are people who consume everything on social media without questioning whether those things are true or not. The Bible says the Bereans were wiser than the Thessalonians because everything Paul taught them, they went to study to see if those things were really true. So it's erroneous, it's fallacious, it's a deviation from truth for a woman to think that the man who is unavailable at some point in life will be the super lover, always there for you, attending birthdays, remembering anniversaries, going for children's, what do you call them, games and sporting activities. Later, such women, when they get married, perchance, they'll start saying, he's never home. He's always out in the clubs with his friends. He's a preacher. He's always out there preaching. But that's what you wanted. You went for a man who's unavailable. Now he's proving to you that he's unavailable and you're complaining, saying, man of God, pray for me. My husband is never home. He's always with other people. But that's what you went for. Why do you complain later when you started your relationship on a wrong footing, on a wrong foundation? You started on a fallacy, not on truth. But there is hope for you. You can practice the presence of your spouse. The same way we practice the presence of God, we practice talking to him. You see, God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He's a friend who sticks closer than a brother, not farther, closer. We are created to be close. We are created to be together. We are created to do things together. We are created to sleep on the same bed. We are created to have the same mind. Paul said, have the same mind. In other words, think the way Jesus thinks. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. You see?
Yeah.
Jesus said, I and my Father are one. He prayed in John 17 that we may be one, not apart.
Yeah.
So it is a big mistake
Yeah.
to think that you're going to have a great and fulfilling marriage relationship when during the foundational stages you are playing cat and mouse games with each other. The man is ignoring the text messages so that his ego can be stroked, so the woman can be desperate for him.
Yeah.
Then if you ignore her, she will come running after you.
Yeah.
That's a man who is injured. He needs to be healed.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Reach out. It's not a sign of weakness responding to messages. Now, people inbox me and message me on social media all the time. You notice sometimes I spend 2 to 3 hours just responding to people's messages.
Yes.
Does that make me weak?
It doesn't.
Does it make me weak?
No.
What if I didn't? So many people would suffer because they would not be healed.
Yeah.
We've got to reach out to each other. We've got to be a people given to communication, fellowship, communion. You speak and I listen, then I respond, then I speak and you listen, then you respond, then we share together.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. Marriage is like entrepreneurship. It's like doing a business. Okay?
Yeah.
Marriage is like engaging a client and selling to them your services or your products. That client must be happy with you. Now, let's take, for example, if the client wasn't available, if the client was playing hard to get, if the one with the services and the goods, maybe you've gone to buy a phone and the vendor is playing hard to get, would there be entrepreneurship?
No, there wouldn't.
There's a teaching that we have done on the relationship between business, entrepreneurship, and marriage. In fact, it's called Sex and what? Sex and Money. Yes? Go look for it. It will help you. So these are fallacies. They're called doctrines of demons. The ones that state that the good man, the man that appeals to your juices, to your senses, the one that is unavailable, the cocky, proud, the one that doesn't respond to you, the one that ignores you. Is it called ghosting?
Yes, it is.
Just keeping quiet for a long time until a person feels so desperate, looking for you, asking everyone, where is he? That's an injured, sick man.
Exactly.
That's not husband material. That's a sick man that needs to be healed.
Well, you heard it, ladies. We love you and we want your relationships to work. Till next time, bye.
Bye-bye.